For 27 years, the disappearance of Amy Lynn Bradley has remained one of the most haunting and unsettling mysteries to ever take place at sea. In March 1998, a vibrant 23-year-old woman boarded a Caribbean cruise with her family. A trip that was supposed to be filled with sunshine, laughter, and memories. But within days, Amy was gone. She didn't just vanish into thin air. She vanished from a ship in the middle of the ocean, leaving behind no note, no signs of struggle, and no clear explanation. Her family woke up to a nightmare that has never ended in the years that followed. Investigators uncovered disturbing tips, possible sightings of Amy alive, whispers of human trafficking, and mysterious photographs that seemed to show her in captivity. Each lead promised hope, but every single one ended in heartbreak. The trail grew cold, or so the world thought. Now, in 2025, the case has been thrust back into the global spotlight. A brand new Netflix documentary has reignited interest, sparking thousands of new tips from people around the world, some from witnesses who claim they've seen Amy in recent years. For the first time in decades, her family says they have credible new leads, clues they believe could finally break this case wide open. But these new developments raise chilling questions. If Amy really is alive, where has she been? Who has been keeping her hidden? And why, after all this time, are witnesses suddenly coming forward? This isn't just another unsolved mystery. It's a case that may be on the brink of a shocking breakthrough. And tonight, we're going to dive into the strange sightings, disturbing theories, and explosive new evidence that could finally reveal what happened to Amy Bradley. March 1998. The Bradley family, Ron, Iva, their daughter Amy, and son Brad, set out for what should have been a relaxing vacation aboard the Rhapsody of the Seas. The cruise promised sunlit beaches, live music, and Caribbean adventure. For Amy, it was also a celebration. She had just graduated from college, landed a new job, and was ready to start a fresh chapter in life. The first few days were uneventful, filled with family dinners, port stops, and late-night shows. On the night of March 23rd, Amy attended a lively deck party with her brother. Witnesses later recalled her dancing with a member of the ship's band, a bassist known as Yellow. Nothing unusual at first glance, just a moment in passing. At around 3:30 a.m., Amy and Brad returned to their cabin. They talked quietly on the balcony before Brad went to sleep. Amy stayed behind, watching the waves. By dawn, she was gone. When her parents awoke, they assumed Amy was somewhere on the ship. But her shoes, cigarettes, and belongings were still in the room. Her room key, however, was missing. They alerted the crew, begged them to make announcements, to halt passengers from leaving when the ship docked at Curaçao. Their pleas were met with hesitation. By the time a full search began, hours had passed. Crew and passengers had already disembarked. Critical time was lost. Speculation began immediately. Had she fallen overboard? Unlikely. Amy was a strong swimmer and trained lifeguard. Had she run away? Those who knew her said absolutely not. She was close to her family, excited about her future, and had made plans just days ahead. The most disturbing possibility, she was taken. Over the following weeks, disturbing reports trickled in. A taxi driver claimed to have seen a distressed woman matching Amy's description that very morning, flanked by unknown men. A tourist said she spotted a woman resembling Amy in Curaçao, desperately trying to get someone's attention. The band member, Yellow, was questioned but never charged. He passed a polygraph test, yet doubts lingered. Some witnesses believed he had been too close to Amy that night. The FBI got involved after the ship returned to the United States. But the delay had crippled the investigation. There was no crime scene, no surveillance footage, no confirmed witnesses. Just a young woman, vanished. Over the years, more fragments surfaced. A photograph emerged on an adult website showing a woman many believed to be Amy, older, distressed, and in captivity. Another sighting came from a naval officer in Barbados, claiming he met a woman who whispered, "My name is Amy Bradley. I need help." Each lead brought hope. Each one collapsed without proof. The family spent years traveling back to the Caribbean, meeting investigators, hiring private detectives, even appearing on talk shows to keep her name alive. They refused to believe she was gone. As the decades passed, the case became a symbol of what can go wrong at sea. Lax security, slow responses, and the shadow of organized trafficking rings operating in the Caribbean during the late 1990s. Theories multiplied. Some believed Amy had been marked before the cruise, watched, targeted, then taken the moment the opportunity arose. Others thought her disappearance was a crime of opportunity, a sudden act carried out by someone aboard the ship. In 2025, the story is alive again. A new documentary triggered a flood of tips, some credible, some not. People claim they've seen her in remote locations, in islands she once sailed past. For Ron and Iva Bradley, hope is a dangerous thing, but they hold on to it. After nearly 3 decades, they believe answers are closer than ever. Who took Amy Bradley? Where has she been all this time? And will this finally be the year her family gets the truth? Would you like me to now also create